I'm from BC, born in Victoria and raised in the Lower Mainland. I've always been definitely a seeker, and I actually was raised in a family that was very much involved in a Buddhist organization. I think what I liked about it was the fact that it brought my family together. I never really, it never felt like the truth for me. And was something that my mother was very, very passionate about, and really was like, Nadia, I will never worry about you as long as you practice this Buddhist chant. I felt almost superstitious, like if I don't do that, then my life will be a shambles and crazy. And as it turned out, my life has actually been pretty crazy. So I was raised to believe that God doesn't exist, and that if there is a God, God is just you inside of you, like you're God. And I knew that wasn't true. And the first time it really struck me was when I really naturally just prayed to God, was I had a near-death experience 12 years ago. And I was in a very very scary situation up in northern BC at a hunting lodge. And I ended up praying for my life. I was in a life-threatening situation, and that's when I just naturally went to prayer. I just prayed to God. I'd never prayed to God before, but I was in a hiding out scenario, like, if I get out of here, please God, if you're real. And that was when I really knew God existed, because I actually got out of there. So that was 2011. And then in 2016, I heard about this thing that was called A Course in Miracles, and it's really big in the United States, and it's this psychiatrist lady who claimed that Jesus came to her, and she was dictating, she was writing out everything that he was saying to her, and this book was called A Course in Miracles. And because I've always been a seeker, and I started listening to this lady's podcast, a lady who was involved with that, I joined this lady's online ministry. And in there, she's talking about Jesus is an ascended master. It's very much the new thought. Then COVID happened, and during the whole COVID time, I was very, really taken aback with the amount of evil that was coming up in the world. And I felt super traumatized, I think, by the whole COVID situation. And it was through that time that I started to see, I'm like, okay, if evil felt like it was just popping up everywhere, I just was like, what is the truth? What is the truth? A year and a half ago, I got this thought, if I want to know, Jesus, I don't know if he said, but I just heard, check out the church down the street, I did, and I went, and I just felt the Holy Spirit just overtake me. During the whole COVID time, I was praying, but I wasn't necessarily praying to Jesus. Jesus would be one of the people, in a group of ascended masters, quote unquote, that you could pray to, according to some of the stuff I was learning about. But Jesus rose up front and center in my heart, and it was pretty remarkable because my husband wasn't Christian, and Christianity had really no spot in my life ever. And it was remarkable how I wanted the truth. I really knew, God knew I wanted the truth, and he came to me in such a powerful and just fast, hard, powerful way. And he has done really remarkable things in my life. It isn't even that things are easy. Things haven't become easier. And yeah, I think on a personal level as well, things have been very unstable in my life over the last number of years. And even though things are still unstable, I do feel a strength, and I feel like the pillar of basically the cross in my life. He's rescued me from myself in such a big way, from my resentments. And Jesus has really saved me and shown me that it's coming from me, and that it's myself with him that needs to transform. He's made my sins so clear, and it's a blessing, because now I can see that how with him things can change. It's awesome. I'm so grateful. I'm just so grateful.